channel Paramount English Study with Rajan Sir. Myself, Dr. Rajan Kumar Srivastav. Once again, I am here before you. I have brought here a new video for you. So, all of you are required to watch this video, and if you like, please subscribe my channel and like my video for my encouragement, and you will see that all videos are so beneficial and useful for PGT English and TGT English exams. Friends, in all videos you will see that I have given very valuable contents. Today I have selected the topic period of English literature. One or two questions also may be asked in exams. Actually, period of English literature is not only important only for the view of periods or ages. This is important that there is a valuable and significant creations by erudite or English literary figures in all ages. So let's go and see what is our topic and how we can solve it in very easy way. So let's friends go. So let's friends we start here. You can see here this page. I have selected here all these periods according to important era of the authors, and this is here topic history of English literature. All these are very significant in the view of periods and in the view of the creations. Several things have happened in these periods. Periods of English literature. First we study here 450 to 1066. This period is known as Old English period or Anglo-Saxon period. Actually, you can see here Old English period or Anglo-Saxon period. Next is 1066 to 1500. This period is known as Middle English period. Middle English period, that is also known as not very significant in the view of creation. Actually, a few creations have been done, but the important figure here, Geoffrey Chaucer, who is regarded as the father of English poetry. He was born in 1340 and he died in 1400. His creation and his contribution in English literature is very significant and memorable. Next is 1500 to 1660. This period is the soul of English literature. This is also known as the Renaissance or early modern period, we can say. In this period, actually, we can divide into four parts. First is 1558 to 1603. This era is known as Elizabethan age. At that time, Queen Elizabeth was ruling over Britain. This age also is known as William Shakespeare's age. In 1603, Elizabeth dies. After that, James becomes the king of Britain. And next, 1603 to 1625, it is known as Jacobean age. In Jacobean age, here, the king of Britain was James I, and this was also known as Shakespearean age. Actually, Shakespeare continues here. In 1625 to 1649, that is known as Caroline age. Charles was the king at that time, and this era is also known as John Milton era. You know, John Milton was born in 1608 and he died in 1674, while William Shakespeare was born 23rd April 1564 and he died in 1616 on 23rd April 1616. He lived 52 years. And next is 1625 to 1649, that is known as Caroline age. I have told you 1649 to 1660, this era was vacant. There was no king here. So this era was Commonwealth period or Puritan Intrigram hour. This era was the vacant in the view of the king in Britain. After that, 1660 to 1785, this era was known the Neoclassical period. In 1660, you know, that was the beginning of the Restoration age, and there was a new flow and stream for the creation, activity and creativity. Scholars were once again excited to give their own creations in the field of English drama, poetry, especially in 1660 to 1700. This era is known as the Restoration period. 1700 to 1745, it is known as the Augustan age or the age of Pope, and 1725 to 1785, this era is known the age of sensibility or the age of Johnson. This also is known as the transition period. It means 1660 to 1785 is also divided into three eras. 1660 to 1700, the Restoration. 1700 to 1745, the Augustan age. And 1745 to 1785, this era is known as the age of Johnson or the age of sensibility. Next, from 1785 to 1830, this era is also the heart of English literature, we can say, the Romantic era, the Romantic period. It is also known the William Wordsworth period. In Romantic era, you know that it was just opposite against the Classical age. William Wordsworth is regarded as the father of the Romantic age. Samuel Taylor Coleridge, John Keats, Robert Southey, P.B. Shelley, all these literary figures related to Romantic period. Charles Lamb, Hazlitt, all of them actually were related to Romantic age. Also, they had given their extraordinary contribution in the field of English essay. 1832 to 1901, this era was known the Victorian period. At that time, the Queen of Britain was Victoria, and after her name, the age of this period was known the Victorian period. At that time, Alfred Lord Tennyson was the most prominent figure, and he was the representative of the age. Robert Browning and Matthew Arnold and other literary figures also had given their valuable and priceless contribution in the casket of English literature. So this period is also very important and significant for your exams. From it is also divided here in two parts. 1848 to 1860. This is known as the pre-Raphaelites. Raphael, you know, he was the painter in Italy, and the creations and the scholars actually who had given their contributions at that time. So the name of this age is also known, the pre-Raphaelites. Next is 1880 to 1901. This is the period of the asceticism and decadence. Asceticism, you know, that is related to the beauty in creation. Next is 1901 to 1914. This was the period of the Edwardian period. At that time, the Edward VII, actually, he was the most prominent figure and king, and after him the name of this period was known, the Edwardian period. Next, 1910 to 1936. This period was known as the Georgian period. George was the king at that time, and after him the period also was known. Next, 1914 to 1945. This era is known the modern period, or we can say it post-modernism. This period is also significant. So friends, all of must have seen here all the important significant periods of English literature. One or two questions may be asked, I expect so. So let's go. You have seen here my video today, and I hope that you like it. If you like, please subscribe and like my channel, and thanks for watching this video. I will say सभी के लाइफ में निश्चित रूप से अप्स एंड डाउन्स होते हैं, दुख और सुख, लाभ हानि, ये सब आते रहते हैं। कोई ये नहीं कह सकता है कि हमारे जीवन का हर समय बहुत अच्छा रहा, और कोई ये भी नहीं कह सकता हमारे जीवन का हर समय बहुत ही खराब ही रहा। ये दोनों मिला जुला हो सकता है। हाँ, ये हो सकता है कि किसी के जीवन में कुछ लाइफ में कुछ कम या किसी में कुछ ज़्यादा हो सकता है। अप्स एंड डाउन्स कैन बी सीन इन वंस लाइफ, और ये वक्त ऐसा होता है जो सबके साथ होता है, इसको आज तक कोई इग्नोर नहीं कर सका है। तो इसलिए वक्त का भी सम्मान करना ही चाहिए। यही कहूँगा कि आखिर वक्त ने कब किसको छोड़ा है, आखिर वक्त ने कब किसको छोड़ा है। किसी को जोड़ा है तो किसी को तोड़ा है, किसी को जोड़ा है तो किसी को तोड़ा है। और दम भरने वाले मीन्स जो बहुत अहंकार करने वाले लोग हैं, दम भरने वाले तो मिल जाएंगे बहुत सारे, दम भरने वाले तो मिल जाएंगे बहुत सारे, पर मुश्किल से होते हैं ऐसे खेवनहार, पर मुश्किल से होते हैं ऐसे खेवनहार। खेवनहार मीन्स बोटमैन, सेलर, जिसको आप खेवैया कहते हैं, नाविक कहते हैं। पर मुश्किल से होते हैं ऐसे खेवनहार, जिन्होंने तूफान में भी कश्ती को अपने मन से मोड़ा है, जिन्होंने तूफान में भी कश्ती को अपने मन से मोड़ा है। आखिर वक्त ने कब किसको छोड़ा है, किसी को जोड़ा है तो किसी को तोड़ा है। सो फ्रेंड्स, बी करेजियस and do your task continuously, deep faith in God, and do your task honestly and sincerely. Wish you all the best. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks.